down the tee, backhand return from Coco. Backhand down the line there from Madison is really good, but well defended by Coco. Nice slice, but Coco's going to pass her at the net, and it's love 40. Love 43 match points for Coco Gauff. 3 match points. Madison Keys to serve here, love 40. Backhand return, Coco. Madison Keys down the line. Forehand from Coco Gauff. Forehand from Madison Keys. They're exchanging forehands right now. Madison Keys goes long on the forehand side. And Coco Gauff, what a battle that she has come through today. Madison Keys loses her first Grand Slam match of the year after 11-match winning streak. A match full of unforced errors, a match full of twists and turns. And Coco really had to dig deep after losing that first set. And she screams to the heavens. Those heavens, of course, which opened in terms of the rain coming down earlier, which meant the roof was closed, which I think did have a big effect, particularly during sets 1 and 2 when it was a break fest. Madison Keys, her calendar slam pursuit, if it ever even was one, is at an end. Coco Gauff, meanwhile, takes the plaudits for coming through a match that was not necessarily high on quality, high on drama for sure. But it's Coco Gauff who emerges the winner. 6-7, 6-4, 6-1. She is through to the semi-final. She will await the winner of Boisson and Mira Andreeva, which is coming up shortly on Philippe Chatrier. But it's Coco who goes through. Okay. Let's see if we can get some stats up there for you guys. We're going to hear from Coco as well. She's on court right now talking. She said she changed something at 4-1. That'd be interesting to know what she did in that first set. She had chances to win that first set. Yeah, if we talk about how the match unfolded, I mean, before you knew it, she was down 4-1 in that first set, double break. Coco fights back, though, winning 4 games in a row, getting to 5-4, albeit 4-5, because it was Madison Keys serving. Gauff then gets a set point, which she is unable to take. Before you know it, we're then into a tiebreak. I say before we know it, there were some pretty lengthy games there and some lengthy rallies, but we got to the tiebreak. Coco then gets to a 4-2 lead at the change of ends. However, double faults were her eventual undoing in that tiebreak. 3 double faults off the racket of Coco Gauff. So she loses that tiebreak. It was painful. She goes down 1-love at the beginning of the second set, and you're thinking she is going to have to dig really deep, and dig deep she did. She wins 4 games in a row to get to 4-1. The errors coming off the racket of Madison Keys in particular were left, right, and center, more often than not going into the net, but occasionally going long as well. I will be bringing up those stats for you shortly. Both players were struggling to hit through each other, and with every struggle would come an unforced error, and more often than not, as I said, off the racket of Madison Keys. However, Keys fights back just as Coco had done in the first set. Keys fought back from 4-1 down, got it to 4-all. However, huge hold from Coco makes it 5-4. She then gets over the line and wins that second set 6-4. The third set, once Keys had sort of been demoralized by that and Coco was able to regroup, was then only going one way, and Coco won it by 6-1. Let's have a look at the stats. Just 1 ace, just showing you how slow the conditions are when it's so muggy and wet as it has been in Paris. Double faults, 10 from Coco. 3, of course, coming untimely so in that first set tiebreak, which basically cost her the tiebreak from 4-2 up. Madison Keys getting 67% of her first serves in. But look at this second serve win percentage, showing you just how slow and just how vulnerable both players were on second serve. Both players here. Madison Keys, 33% first serves, second serves won. Coco Gauff, 34% second serves won. Total points won, by the way. Coco won 109 compared to Madison, which is a pretty big gap in what was a very, very, very tight affair for large parts of the match. It is Coco, though, who emerges the winner. Breakpoint opportunities, or breakpoints converted. Coco was converted 9 of her 17 breakpoint opportunities, 53%, and Madison was able to get half of her breakpoint opportunities converted, 5 from 10. Okay. So, Coco Gauff is through. She'll play the winner of Boisson and Miller-Andreeva, which is coming up very shortly. And it's Coco Gauff who goes through. So, we'll see you soon for the next match, which will be, as I say, Miller-Andreeva against Louis Boisson, the wild card. Can she pull off another upset? We'll see, and I'll see you shortly. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.